Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be checking out the brand new June event, which are essentially a revamped version of Dimensional Rifts. So every single week, you gain 7 entries to, I believe, every single difficulty of Rift. So you want to make sure every week you're doing the 7 runs in the highest possible difficulty, and probably the second highest as well, because there's some really good rewards in both of the top 2. But yeah, at least to the best of my knowledge, the entries aren't shared, but you always want to start with the highest one, and again, we will confirm that by the end of the video. But essentially, there's going to be like a new rift every single week for 4 weeks. And also, the first time you do a rift every single week, you get a key, which then allows you to select on your next rift, if you want to, a guaranteed reward. Because the rewards in these rifts for every other run are going to be randomized, so you have no choice in terms of what you're going to be picking up, but the key allows you once a week to choose exactly what you want, and you can hoard up your keys as well for later weeks if there's something in the later week rewards, and we'll talk about the drop pool in a second, that you might want a little bit more than something earlier. So anyway, let me decide who I'm bringing in. So I think we go Sunspot, get a little bit of Silver Surfer, and also I'm feeling maybe a little bit of Spider-Ham as well. Let's go for it. So we jump into the legendary difficulty here. So quest entries are limited in this event, so if you end the quest, your entry will be used and your quest progress will be lost along with any rewards that you have earned. So basically, if you back out, you lose the stuff. So make sure you got a good team in mind, but the path that you're going to go on. And also, I think the boss you fight as well is going to be randomized. So yeah, it's like standard Dimensional Rifts. If you've done Dimensional Rifts before, you basically have like a bit of a roulette wheel teleporter here that is going to randomly select one of these paths to go on. And then you've got to fight the final boss. And the final boss here is Guillotine, who really doesn't look too bad at all. Hopefully, she's always the final boss for the first floor here, man. But yeah, let's have a little bit of a look. So I believe we have a chance to go on any path, even the ones that are redded out for some reason, but again, some of them have significantly lower drop rates and chance rates in comparison to other ones. So yeah, we're going to find out very soon what we're going to be getting. And I think one of the biggest jackpots, at least for the first week, is probably like 1,000 6-star shards, man. So yeah, let's chance it and see where we end up. Hopefully we're going far right, and we are going over here. So we get half a tier 2 alpha for these 3 fights in the boss. So again, overall, like, not bad. You know, tier 2 alpha, man, you always need it in huge amounts. So it's certainly a little bit better than some of the other rewards, especially for my whale account, man. Because again, at this point, we're not too fussed about 5-star champion shards, but they can always be good for like additional duplicates there. But you see, if you do get lucky in this map, and again, there are going to be so many people that are farming this event that still need like loads of 5-star champions, you can rack up like a crazy amount of 5-star shards. But again, it's all randomized. There are going to be some weeks that are probably amazing for you, and some weeks that are absolute pants. So it's just the the nature of a random-based event like this one, man. But hopefully, you know, you can be one of those players that just gets ridiculously lucky and just keeps on pulling the best paths back to back. Because yeah, there's a lot of 6-star shards up for grabs if you do get super lucky in this event. But again, it's randomness. And with randomness, there's always winners and there is always losers. But this one, at least in terms of the format, seems significantly better in comparison to, what was it? We had that like Marvel Realm of Champions collaboration one, and that one just got like so old so quickly in comparison, whereas this one, there are no like noted fights aside from the boss, so it's all quite straightforward to deal with by the look of it. And again, seems a little bit quicker. You know, you can just like boss out all of the runs in one go and just smash through them in like an hour or 2, or you do have the option, if you do want to split it up like over the week, to do like 1 run per day, or like, you know, whatever whatever kind of schedule of farming that you'd like to do. But this one, I think farming wise doesn't seem like that intense to deal with. But also via doing the rifts, there are additional objectives, and we'll talk about those in a second. But the objectives are very simple. They're basically like, do the highest level of difficulty that you possibly can, and you get rewards associated for, I believe, completion on the rifts. But I'll show you the objectives after as well. And there's some pretty good stuff, I think, for the epic ones. And again, I believe the entries are separate from Epic and Legendary, there is stuff like a 5-star Awakening Gem. So it seems like something to certainly keep your eye on there. But yeah, I'll bring all of those up shortly as well. But again, a lot of progressing players, you know, still after like that Awakening Gem for Aegon or some sort of crazy gold tier champion that's going to help you know, boost up their progression to the next level. And hopefully, yeah, this event is going to be the one where you can finally get that that thing you need. The thing you need to progress to the next platform in Marvel Contest of Champions. Okay, so I think we should be alright here. So whenever the defender is inflicted with a non-damaging debuff, they gain an unblockable passive for 8 seconds. Wow, that's a fair amount there. Okay, I think Spider-Ham maybe not the best option here. We'll try anyway. Could work. So, like, literally, if you power Guillotine here, she goes unblockable. If you can, like, fight the new champions, that's going to be hella annoying. I think in some of the later weeks, you actually fight, like, what's it, Purgatory. There's Morning Star, maybe Guillotine 2099 as well. Because there's, like, different banners for every single week of these rifts, and they're themed around like different areas of the castle, the Guillotine Castle. So yeah, this one I think is the basement week, or the ground floor week. I may be incorrect on that. I think the basement week might be coming up. But yeah, unblockable Guillotine, she really ain't too bad, but also depends like what nodes are later on in this as well. Come on, Guillotine, let's see it. Let's see it. There we go, mate. Right, fantastic. That was a very straightforward run. Again, nothing is mechanically speaking, like super challenging when it does come to these rifts. It's just like they're a little bit chunky in comparison, and also for the completion as well, you do get some of the Iron Tomb Crystal Shards, which can form Cavalier Crystals. So the income of these is a little bit slower throughout the event, but you're like 3 different ways. Again, you're passively getting Cavalier Crystal Shards, you're getting the reward from the rift. Also, again, the first time you clear a rift any single week, you're going to get a key, so you can either use this the next run, or you can save it up for future weeks. And also via doing the rifts as well, we're completing these objectives. So this one is to complete legendary rifts 4 times on any difficulty, so get a bit of tier 2 alpha, a little bit of tier 5 basic, bit more 6-star shards, bit more tier 5 basic, and also some T5 CC as well. But the epic one, and this is something you definitely don't want to be sleeping on if you're a progressing player, you need to make sure you get the epic ones done, because you've got like 5k 5-star shards, but also for the final one is a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. So yeah, make sure you are getting those runs done. I think you need a total of what is it, 26 runs done. So yeah, as long as you're smashing them out, man, you should be absolutely fine. But make sure that you're using all of your entries. Alright, so we just had a little bit of a visual bug, but I just restarted the game to double check here, and doing that run only took 1 of our legendary entries and didn't take any of the other entries. So yeah, as they do state on the forums, the entries are 7 per week per difficulty. So again, you can still do the epic difficulty, and you probably want to be doing that. And for players that need certain stuff from Master as well, again, a good idea to do that as well. And Heroic, if you got the time, man, might not be too bad to auto there. But what are the rewards? Essentially, I'm going to link you the rewards table like per week, and what you can get from all of the rifts in the what is it, comment section and description, because again, there's a lot to read through here. But basically the rewards don't really fluctuate too much by the look of it. There's a lot of the same stuff coming back every single week, but again, certain weeks are not going to have stuff like the 6-star Hero Crystal Shards, so they're not available on week 2 there. So again, if you do just want 6-star shards from your like guaranteed key selector, then yeah, you want to save up for weeks 3 and weeks 4 there, but it's kind of up to you depending on what you're looking to get. Again, there's a lot of good stuff, like lots of 5-star Hero Crystal Shards, Sig Stones, T5 CC if you want tier 5 basic, tier 2 alpha. So yeah, there's a lot of choice available. Also, one thing that I just thought about as well is even like the lower difficulties actually give like a fair amount of shards on completion that can go toward Cavalier Crystals. So doing Heroic, you get 150 shards, doing Master, it's 200, and Epic is 250. And yeah, throughout the course of this month, those are actually going to really add up. So yeah, if you do want to maximize your Cavalier Crystals, like Heroic and Master should be very, very easy to do. So if you're like playing another game or just chilling out, again, a very good thing to auto in the background there. And there's also like some pretty cool stuff. You get some 5-star hero crystal shards, that'll be a tier 4 basic as well. Maybe some earlier resources for like 3-star champions or 4 stars that you might need to level for some sort of event. But yeah, Epic, man, there's even like, what is it, 500 6-star hero crystal shards. Just one big, very important thing is make sure you do not waste your key on anything other than like a guaranteed top tier legendary drop. So don't be going into like Heroic or Master and go down the key path. You want to make sure you go into Legendary and use your key. And just to show you as well how to use that key, I'm going to go into Legendary right now. And yeah, just give you a little bit of an easy showcase of how to do it. So yeah, we're going to jump into Legendary, and again, it's very straightforward. So now that we got the key path is unlocked, and we can you know, just crack open that is going to consume the key for the week, but then we get the option of exactly where we want to go. So yeah, at the moment I'm a little bit thirsty for those 6-star shards, so we're going to go for the 1,000 6-star shards there. So we're going to port over to D here, and then we got to fight Immortal Hulk, Cable, and also Airwalker. And then also just quickly to double check before we round off today's video, I think we've got Guillotine as the final boss here. So yeah, I'll do that after, but you get the point with the rifts, man. Again, they're like very easy, very straightforward, and also it just seems like a pretty good side event. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this one, man. There's good rewards with the objectives, the rift rewards themselves, plus on top of that you also have the what is it, the Cavalier Crystals. So I think kind of everything adds up to make it a pretty good month for a side event in Marvel Contest the Champions. Plus as well, we got the Grandmaster's Gauntlet for the sweaty tryhards, and also we got the Summer of Pain bosses, I believe starting next Wednesday as well. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on the June rifts in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy today's video guide and breakdown, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching, take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.